Namaskarams and welcome to this special Holi episode on Munch and Mull. Holi, the festival of colors, is such a favorite festival of almost all Indians. It heralds the coming of the Basanta Rutu or spring. In fact, there is a huge peepal tree in front of our apartment complex and it had shed all its leaves last week. It was as barren as it could be, and within 3 days, this tree was full of life. The leaves, tender reddish leaves sprouting back, and now it's completely green with the birds coming back. And I thought, let me take this opportunity to fill our life with colors from our kitchen. Traditionally, Holi was played with natural colors and children loved to play with colored water. So just let's take a look at what colors could the kitchen come out with. So now for the yellow color, it's very obvious here. It is our favorite turmeric, haldi. If you want, you could strain it also, but it's not required. Our children will have the nice fragrance of haldi after playing Holi. So this is yellow water. And then now we have dark pink, which we can get with beetroot. We can just cut beetroots, and overnight if you want, you could soak it, or even you could grate the beetroot and put it so that the color will be more bright. So you have, and then you could mix this with a bucket of water to get the pink color. And now coming to green, actually I have pureed kadi patta or curry leaves and coriander and spinach. So I'm just going to be straining this now here, and you can dilute it. So if you want a bucket of water, you might require about 3 bunches of either spinach or coriander, or you can even mix them and you can strain them, and then you can add this to the bucket of water. So you get green. So now we have got green, pink and yellow. 3 nice and bright colors for our children to play their Holi with water. And now we go on to some dry colors. Our festivals and stories go together. There are so many stories, and Holi is also associated with so many stories. The most known story is that of Hiranyakashipu and Prahlada. Hiranyakashipu was a demon king. He had a son named Prahlada who was a worshipper of Lord Vishnu, whereas Hiranyakashipu, the demon king, wanted all his followers, the subjects, to worship him as God, which Prahlada disagreed. And because of that, Hiranyakashipu wanted, he ordered his sister, a demoness called Holika, to take Prahlada on her lap and enter the burning pyre, because Holika had a boon that she would not be burnt. But it happened in a completely different way. When Holika entered the fire with evil intentions of burning Prahlada, Prahlada was unhurt and Holika burnt to ashes. So that was the victory of good over evil. Another popular story is about Krishna. Krishna used to ask his mother Yashoda, "Main kyun kala, Radha kyun gori? Why am I dark and why Radha is so fair?" So next time when Radha comes home on a particular day, Yashoda gives colors to Krishna and Radha and asks them to apply on each other's faces, and when their faces get colored with powder, both colored powder, they look the same. So where color actually unifies everybody, and that is the symbolism of Holi. When we play Holi with our friends and near and dear ones, it is an opportunity to forget all differences and bind in the bond of love and joy. So we've seen how wet colors are to be prepared. Now we will see how to prepare dry colors or dry and natural colors from our kitchen towards celebrating a very eco-friendly Holi. So here are the colors. This is a very pale green color. It looks like pista green. I'll tell you how to get this color. This is dark pink. Of course, this is from beetroot. I'll tell you how to get this colored powder. This is such a lovely color. I mean, it reminds me of mango and butterscotch ice cream. It's such a lovely combination. It's neither yellow nor orange, it's something in between. This is of course turmeric powder, which is bright yellow. And if you want a lighter shade, this is gram flour or besan. So let's see how to make these colors. So now this I would call it butterscotch color. So take equal quantities of haldi and besan and you get this color which is a color in between haldi and besan. And coming to this pink color, it's basically you soak the beetroot in water overnight and you get this dark liquid and you just mix it. I have used rice flour here. You could take rice flour or even maida. I generally don't use maida for cooking, but for these purposes it's okay, or even corn flour. So you could use either rice flour, maida or corn flour to get these shades of dry color. So let me just show you how to do this. So now, just to demonstrate, I have taken rice flour and I am just going to be adding this beetroot water to it, which is overnight. The beetroot has to be soaked overnight so that there is a dark color. Okay, just mix it. Mix it till the powder gets a uniform color and it will be slightly wet. You can use corn flour, maida or rice flour, and now you dry this. You dry this under the fan for maybe a few hours, or overnight you can keep it under the fan, and next day you just churn it in the mixie once to get a uniform powder, and that's how I have made this powder. Okay. So now we'll see how to make the green color. I'm taking rice flour and adding this green water got by pureeing spinach or palak, dhania or coriander and curry leaves. It gives a nice bright green color here. And then dry it under the shade or under the fan overnight, and next day you can just run it in the mixie once again to get uniform powder, and this is how you've got this green color. It's slightly pale, it's not as bright as the chemical green color, but it's really a very pleasant green color. See this rainbow? We have so many colors which are coming from right from our own kitchen. Safe, natural colors for such a wonderful, eco-friendly Holi. And it's very important to involve our children and maybe have a conversation with our children about the importance of safe colors, so that, and involve them in the making process also. And there's so much of joy in sitting together and creating these colors, so that, you know, with pride they can go and tell their friends that our parents and we have made these colors together. I have such wonderful memories of Holi down at Pimpri, a small suburb in Pune where me and my brother grew up, my younger brother. We grew up in a public sector colony called Hindustan Antibiotics Colony, where a huge Holi pyre used to get made with cow dung and firewood. And evening there used to be so many hawkers selling colorful pitchkaris, and it was such a wonderful experience. And on the next day of Holi, the Dhuli Vandan day in Maharashtra as it's called, our parents didn't have to wake us up. We used to be up before our parents and wake up our parents that please get up and send us out. And now for the special Holi Mull point. Today the market is flooded with chemical colors, such bright colors, and chemicals like lead oxide, copper sulfate, mercury sulfate, Prussian blue, all these chemicals are coming into the picture with so many bright colors. So do we want to end up with eye irritation, inflammation, skin irritation, respiratory disorders after playing Holi? Or we really want to enjoy this festival with natural and safe colors? With so many colors right from our kitchen, do we want to take that option of rushing to the market and getting those colors? It's a choice obviously in your hands. If you're not satisfied with these range of colors, there are a few NGOs which are making natural colors. So we would be giving the link in the description below the video, so you could even order from them. But there is so much joy in sitting with our children and making these colors at home. So now coming to the very important question, would you choose safe, natural, eco-friendly colors from our kitchen, or go to the market and get those iridescent, chemical, bright colors? So please leave your comments below, and I hope you enjoyed this video as I have enjoyed presenting this. Rang barase bhige chunar wali rang barase. So let our life be full of joy and colors and have a wonderful, safe and eco-friendly Holi with natural colors from our kitchen. I hope you enjoyed this video. I invite you to join me at Munch and Mull, where traditional flavors meet a green future. Do share this video with your family and friends. Subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon for notifications of newest videos uploaded. Thank you and Namaskarams.